Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverdi.
And I'm Montel Williams. Today, learning is the name of the game when it comes to an award-winning educational app for kids.
Plus, get ready to rev your engines, ladies. Vroom. We're starting a car care series.
Wait, do that again. Vroom. Plus, much more. The Balancing Act starts right now.
So these days, kids start using screens earlier than ever, but not all screen time is beneficial for them. Parents should make sure that what their children are looking at is safe, educational, and really time well spent.
Luckily for moms and dads out there everywhere, our next guests have designed an app that provides valuable, guilt-free screen time and allows kids to play and learn, ensuring fun in a completely safe environment.
Safe, I like that. Here to explain are Lingokids Vice President of Product, Mary Lee, and their Senior Director for Design, Christopher Grant.
Thank you both for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so this sounds like something every parent needs to be aware of. Tell me about the mission and kind of like how it got started.
Yeah, of course. So Lingokids started in 2016 with a simple mission in mind: to help parents raise amazing children. And to fulfill that mission, a team of parents and educators got together to create a guilt-free screen time option, something that's really fun for kids, but something that also gives the parents the much-needed peace of mind. If you think about it, it's not just about entertaining kids. It's about making sure that they're learning and they're developing the key skills in a way that parents can feel good about. And in that sense, what really sets us apart is our play learning methodology. Kids are learning without even realizing it because they're having so much fun, and that makes a real impact. And this is backed by the amount of families that have enjoyed using Lingokids over the years. Since we launched the app, we've had more than 160 million families download the application.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And every month, we have more than 7 million kids play and learn with Lingokids. Again, giving that much needed peace of mind to parents.
Yeah, I think everybody's aware of the dangers of the internet and also the dangers of too much screen time, too. There is an issue with that. I mean, how do you make sure you're dedicated to providing a good, safe environment, right?
Yes. So first, I actually have to confess that I'm a new parent myself.
Oh, congratulations.
And
what did you have?
I have a little boy,
Nice.
and I feel it every day, and I'm struggling, fighting these battles every single day. And like all parents do, we want the best for our children. And when it comes to screen time, we do think that safety is key. And this is why we focus on making sure that we create an environment that's completely safe for kids. And let me tell you how we actually achieve this. So first, all of our content is educational, but they're also fun, making learning really enjoyable. And the content inside the application that you see have been personalized and been age appropriate as well. Last but not least, our application is 100% ad-free, even in the free version, which again helps our parents never have to worry about their child seeing unwanted content.
You just answered that question because I was wondering about ads, and I'm always concerned about that. That is a huge factor. Chris, let me bring you in. What can kids learn on this app? Paint a picture for me.
Pretty much anything a growing kid needs to learn. So we've got literacy, math, STEM, and a lot more. That can sound like a bold statement, but there are 2,000 activities on Lingokids.
Music?
You got it. We've got sing-alongs, we've got interactive games, we've got educational videos. We've got it all. And it's all been crafted in-house by our team of creative professionals and educational experts. By the way, we've also partnered with the Oxford University Press and worked in collaboration with NASA to develop a space lesson.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
a big deal.
that's cool.
Wow, you have their backing.
I mean, well, tell us exactly how it works.
The key magic secret sauce of Lingokids is that it's educational from the ground up, but it's also really entertaining. We've all had the experience of purchasing an educational toy for a kid, thinking, oh, this is gonna be great for them. And then what happens? They cast it aside. This is the toy they're gonna wanna play with. And the more they play, the more they're gonna learn.
In fact, Lingokids is an award-winning app with over 30 awards and recognitions, really puts us as one of the best choices for screen time. Organizations like KidSafe have certified the quality of the educational content as well as the safe environment that we've created. And we also work with leading universities that have studied and validated that play learning methodology that I was telling you about. And research from these universities have shown that when kids are having fun learning, they're motivated to keep going, and that motivation is what actually leads to real skill development. One of the latest study that was conducted by University of California, Davis, have shown that in just 8 weeks of using Lingokids for a few minutes a day, children have proven to show an improvement in 3 key skills: social and emotional learning by 10%, early math skills by 7%, and early literacy skills by 6%.
So is it easy to set up and navigate?
Without a doubt. That's actually something that our team has always taken very seriously. We wanted to make sure that Lingokids was an app that kids could play independently and parents could install and set up really easily. I'm a dad myself, not a new dad. Mine's grown up, but I really wish we would have had Lingokids back in the day. Having an app that's actually engaging for kids and educational, it's a lifesaver.
Now, how about learning beyond the app?
Well, today we've been focused on the app, and the app's great. It's got 2,000 activities, but we've got the Lingokids universe is actually much bigger. We've got podcasts like Stories for Kids, that's aged 4 to 8, and that focuses on rich storytelling combined with modern life skills and traditional learning. And then we've got our Growing Up podcast, which is on its 3rd season, in which our Emmy-nominated host talks to really successful people about the lessons they learned growing up on their way to taking the world by storm. So that includes people like Melissa Joan Hart, Howie Mandel, and Mary's favorite, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That's fantastic. That's really
Do you
great.
know who you want to be when you grow up?
I know. I want to be a baker. I can bake delicious cakes for all the kids at school. Or maybe
Lingokids even has real-life board games and amazing workbooks like this one that we made in collaboration with NASA.
So this really is a win-win. It's fun, it's educational, and it's safe. Any final thoughts?
Yes, so if you think about it, we're not just a fun learning app. After all, Lingokids is a proven education tool that's a great complement to your child's education. But at the same time, know that kids are learning and developing the skills that are very important to them.
I'm like you. I wish I had this way back when, but maybe one day when I'm an abuela, I will watch my grandkids. Where can we get started?
Visit us our website at lingokids.com, or you can download our application for free on Apple App Store or Google Play. Just search for Lingokids.
Thanks so much for being a part of the show today.
Thank you.
And congratulations on
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
of course, if you want more information, you can always visit our website, thebouncingAct.com.
We'll be right back. I love it.
Hey guys, Montel here, and guess what? I'm in the kitchen today. Come on now. And a lot of you don't know this, but I've been cooking for about, I'm gonna date myself here, about 60 years, yeah. But today I'm gonna prepare for you one of my favorite dishes. It's a winter dish. It's either a stew or a soup, depending on how much liquid you put in it. And because I love it so much, you can make this all in one vessel, one pot. Either you can use a pressure cooker or a slow cooker. I happen to have a slow cooker going over there right now. I'm gonna show you that a little later. But I start this recipe off with some great ingredients. This is really simple, best time of year to do this. I like to use 2 to 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, plus 2 or 3 hot Italian sausages. Now what I like to do is, I'll go ahead and place these in a preheated 350-degree oven so I can firm them up a little bit and I can cut them down to the size that I like to cut them down to. Now, for the sake of magic of TV, I've had my magical elves in the back chopping up my vegetables for me, and this is really your choice. I use everything from white or red potatoes, green beans, I can use them frozen or fresh, cut or not cut, I'll chop them up. Use a whole onion, use celery, 1 to 2 stalks, maybe 3 if you really like celery a lot. And then I use baby carrots, chopping those up also. And I like to use a bag of fresh baby spinach. I'll give you a little tip. With the baby spinach, this has been sitting here for just a little bit. What I like to do is go ahead and stick it in the freezer first. That'll firm it up a little bit, makes it just a little bit easier to chop up. You know what I mean? You can chop it into as smaller pieces as you like to chop it into, okay? And you know when you put spinach into hot cooking broth, the spinach will wilt very quickly, become really small, and kind of mix within the entire recipe. Now, here's the directions. Once you've got all this chopped up, I like to start with 2 quarts of vegetable stock, okay? I use vegetable stock, not chicken broth, vegetable stock. And the reason why is because there's a little less sodium. And, I like to make sure I get all my veggies. And that's another reason why I use so many different types of vegetables, because by doing so, you can cut back on the amount of condiment that you use by using the vegetables as your flavoring, okay? So once I have this already set up this way, I like to go ahead and mix all my vegetables in here, along with some seasoning. And what those seasonings are, very, very simple. I've got, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. So I like to put that in there. Get that going. And I'll go ahead and throw the onions in there to start. And you know, if you go ahead and cut your pressure cooker on, it'll start cooking without the pressure, just to start softening those vegetables up a little bit. Let's go ahead and put the spinach in there. Now you can either put your spinach in at the top before you cook it, or you can wait till it's cooked and put the spinach in after, then it won't, you know, get so soft and break out into small pieces. But again, you dump all of your veggies in, get them all in there, get them going. And again, I just happen to pick green beans, celery, carrots, potatoes, but you could put squash in here. You can put any vegetables you like to put in there, okay? Got that going. And I think now my meats have been in the oven long enough. So once you've got all those in there, the meat should be ready now. It's not gonna be completely cooked, but it's just gonna be started enough to make it firm enough that I can chop it up. And again, you wanna chop this to the size that you like. You know, my wife likes me to make them, I make them in tiny little pieces, but here I'll just do it very quickly for you so that we have this done. I'll move this out of the way. So there we go. Let's put our sausages down first. And you know, I mean, you can slice this any way you want. You can slice them in little circles, or you can slice it into smaller pieces. The firmer you make the sausage before you drop it in the liquid, the more it will stay together in like little chunks, okay? So we'll put the sausage in, and then I'll do the same thing with the chicken. And again, the smaller the bite, I think the better the bite, but you know, it's up to you. And let's see here. Nice little tiny pieces. Once I've added the meat in, then I'm gonna come back in and add in some condiments. Now, what I have in here right now is a half a teaspoon of Old Bay, a half a teaspoon of paprika, and I have a full teaspoon of any form of, let's say, seasoning salt. I happen to be using Lowry seasoning salt, okay? Put that in, okay? And I put in 2 to 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, but you know, I'm a Maryland boy and I don't mind the Worcestershire sauce, okay? So add that in. Put that all together and then go ahead, set your pressure cooker. I'm using a Magic Chef pressure cooker. Again, you can set this at 40 and 15 minutes and just let it go, walk away. Or you could put it in a slow cooker. Now here's one that I've had cooking in the slow cooker for about 3 to 4 hours already. So it's really well done. Oh, looks so good, smells so good. Check it out, let's taste it to make sure it tastes as good. And what's so great about this is that you're kind of stealthing in every vegetable that your kids wouldn't eat for lunch or eat earlier. They're gonna eat them in this because they're really gonna love it. You could serve this with bread. I happen to like dark bread toasted, so either crackers, some rolls. Also, you can put a side salad together with it. Let's take a taste of this. Come on now. Well, if you'd like to get this recipe, all you gotta do is make sure you head to our website, thebouncingAct.com. We'll see you next time.
Today, we kick off our car care tips series, you know, performing basic maintenance on your vehicles. However, we need to use the right products. And joining me today is master mechanic and industry expert, Bogey. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thanks so much for having me.
I am so excited about this because
Good.
I am one to be so, I don't know, maybe a little intimidated by all this. And you've really helped a lot of women for 20 years. Tell me about that.
So I started learning about cars just to feel a little bit more empowered. I wound up falling in love with it, but I got really passionate about teaching other women about their cars because that sense of empowerment is so important, and I want women to not be afraid of their cars. And so there's 2 important things to always remember. One is that preventative maintenance is always cheaper than repair, and there's a lot of preventative maintenance that you can do yourself. The other most important thing is when it's something you can't do yourself, ask all the questions.
Yes.
How they answer you, how they treat you is going to tell you whether they're a reputable shop or not.
Okay, so what's going on today? What are we going to do?
All right, so today is probably something that everybody has faced at some point, and that is battery issues, right? So we get in our car, we turn the key, it goes wah, 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 and doesn't start up, or it just
And you
takes
have
a
to
long
get
time.
somewhere that's really important.
Always, because
Never
Murphy's
fails.
a jerk, and it always happens at the worst possible time, right? So batteries only last so long. That's just the way life is. But there are things that we can do to keep our battery living longer. And the main thing that we can do is keep it clean and keep it protected. So CRC makes a great product for this. We've got a battery cleaner and a battery terminal protector. And when you use them together, it keeps your battery living a whole lot longer and make sure you stay on the road instead of on the side of it.
All right, so how hard is this?
Super simple. Anybody
Really?
can do it. So we definitely want to have safety. So we're going to use some safety glasses.
Okay.
And in case anybody out there is still a smoker, don't be smoking over your battery. Don't put your face right over the battery. Just some common sense stuff around batteries.
Right, and of course the gloves just to protect your hands.
Absolutely, because there is battery acid involved, and that's actually what causes the corrosion. The battery acid can seep out a little bit or vent out.
All right.
So we're gonna access our battery. And every car is slightly different. This one has this little cover over it, and ooh, look at that. See, that's that green fuzzy stuff we were talking about. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it has a greenish tint, and it'll just kind of build up, and it'll actually interfere with making a good connection between your battery and your car's electric system.
That's really bad for the battery?
It's corrosion, and it will make the battery drain prematurely and shorten its life.
So now you need this one here?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start with our battery cleaner. Now the cool thing about this is it has a color indicator. As I spray this on, it's actually gonna change colors, and it's gonna go from a yellow to like a hot pink color when it comes in contact with the battery acid. That's how we know it's working. So see how I'm gonna give it a quick shake, and then I'm gonna spray it on there. Spray. Oh, so you saw that pink down there?
did.
Yeah. So we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit, let it work its magic. Then if it's real bad, I can just use this brush and just agitate it a little bit. You may not need it, but it's always helpful. So once that sits on there for a little bit, we're gonna just wipe it off. We'll just wipe that all down, make sure it's nice and clean. And once it's all cleaned up, see, no more corrosion, beautiful. Then we're gonna come in with our battery terminal protector.
So after the first can, why are we using this one?
And this is gonna keep that corrosion from building up again in the future. Get it clean, keep it clean.
Excellent. Okay, let's take a look.
All right, so again, give it a little shake. I'm gonna spray it on there, hopefully aim it right. There we go. And you see how it's a little bit of a translucent red color?
Yes, I see the red.
Yeah, so that lets you know if you've missed any spots. And then we just let it dry, and that's actually creating a little barrier, a little film, and it keeps that corrosion from building up in the first place.
So something as simple as this, 30 seconds, and we're talking about prolonging the battery for...
It could extend the life of your battery a couple months, maybe even a year, depending on how on top of it you stay. I mean, at the end of the day, the more clean you keep it, the longer it's gonna live, and that's always a good thing. It saves you money, right?
Fantastic. All right, so for our viewers who would like more information, where can they go?
So you can find both of these products and lots of other CRC products for things that you can do yourself at your local Napa store or any auto parts store. You can also check out the CRC website to learn more about this and all the other incredible products that CRC makes. And of course, you can find me on my website and my social media as well for some more tips.
I love it. Thank you so much. You're coming back again, right?
You know it.
Are they going to be as easy as this?
Maybe even easier.
Fabulous. And of course, if you want more information, just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Thanks so much for joining us. And remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on X, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstakes or giveaway.
Absolutely. Look, love that family viewers. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.